And then I started blasting them. Bang.
Welcome back to Lego Batman. It's actually a new week, but it has not been like 4,000 months since we last filmed for once, which is nice.
Most definitely.
You okay there?
I'm all set.
Yeah. You don't sound all set.
No, this is my all set voice. Oh,
Alright.
looks like you're gonna be taking down Harley Quinn. Funny enough, there's a really good isekai coming out with the Joker and Harley Quinn.
Is it really?
It's an anime.
Alright, I gotta admit, I definitely thought that anime Harley Quinn would be a lot more insane looking and boobled than it does, so...
Yeah,
I'll
no,
give them some
I
credit.
think Studio Bones is doing it, so it's a pretty solid project.
In between the last session and this one, I fixed the fucking game audio, so now you can actually probably hear gameplay, which I thought I had fixed.
Yeah, they don't need to hear that.
They don't need it, but I think it makes it a little better.
I'm gonna be honest. You know, an actor that I was really surprised about, who I actually enjoyed a lot, was
Sure.
John Cena.
Oh yeah, is this about that Ricky Stenicki?
Yeah,
movie?
Ricky Stenicki. That was actually a funny movie.
So I gotta say, dude.
Like Zac Efron and John Cena. Like,
Yeah.
I
gotta say, dude, there was a time where we were all hanging out. You mentioned this Ricky Stenicki movie to me, and then because our phones are always listening, I don't really care, but because our phones are always listening, after you fucking mentioned that movie to me, dude, I shit you not, I got a fucking Instagram short reel of fucking the trailer for that movie, like 5 different times.
Awesome.
I had never heard of it until you mentioned it. I'm
yes.
like, how did you find out about it? Were you just
So I was just
scrolling,
like watching YouTube, and then I was just watching like some funny clips with like Zac Efron and like
just
and
a
John
random
Cena
Zac
showing.
Efron.
Yeah, and then I'm just like, what is this? This is like awesome. And then I watched like the Ricky Stenicki film, and I'm like, yeah, like, so the reason I bring up John Cena is that one of my friends, Zach just pulled up some Gardevoir porn. What the f? Zach was showing me like the Peacemaker, because they're showing Peacemaker.
Gotcha.
And like, surprisingly, John Cena can be a pretty serious actor. Because like, as much as he's like funny, like, I'm actually kind of surprised that like he can like actually act.
Yeah,
like,
he's like a lot more talented than some people.
He's like an actual
realize.
like actor, you know.
Yeah, he hosted SNL a while ago. He was pretty good at that too. Because I mean, that's the thing with like the WWE. You know, it's like
it's essentially acting in a lot of ways.
Exactly. Like, I don't agree to the philosophy that it's all fake.
Well, it's a performance, but I think it takes a different skill set. Because like being like for example, being like an MMA fighter versus being like a WWE like performer or even like a wrestler, it's still physically demanding.
Very much so.
And like you have to think like you have to like perform the stunts in such a way where you like ideally like you do it well and believably, like the hits and the impacts, but they're also like you want to make sure you're not like killing the person you're wrestling. And that's the thing that's crazy. Like I think there was like a documentary on how like a lot of these stunts can go really, really wrong. Oh yeah, and these like wrestlers can get really hurt. So I really do think that as much as like I used to like wrestle as like a sport, like essentially like Greco-Roman wrestling, where like it was like an actual like I go to like meets. I'd actually go wrestle in like the ring in like an athletic context and like try to win. And I think at the time when I was a kid, I was so mad because I'm like, that's not real wrestling. I'm actually wrestling as a sport. But I do think now, as I'm older, I will say with like wrestling, it does take like a certain skill set that requires a certain like level of skill to do it. Yeah. To actually do it appropriately. And
for sure.
There's a YouTuber I don't think you've seen a lot, Super Eye Patch Wolf, and he used to do a lot of anime content, but he's also gone into like the wrestling. Like talking about like wrestling stuff because he's like really into wrestling and he always has since he was like younger. And I think he was the one who really sold me this idea like, oh, like it's the theater of the wrestling that really is cool. It's also like a story where like these wrestlers take on like personas and act in such a way where it's like, oh, they're like rivals and there's like something really dark behind
I got a couple
friends
friends that are super into wrestling and like they fucking love that stuff. Kind of back to SNL, like, you know, The Rock has obviously you know, spun off a very successful career for himself. I mean, he's hosted SNL 5 times. Because you need the physical
The
demands.
Rock was a wrestler, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now that you bring up The Rock, like he was a wrestler.
That's how his whole career started. And he still, you know, has done stuff with the WWE. During the writer's strike, it was like, well, all these people like John Cena and The Rock can kind of come back and take part in that. Cody Rhodes is like the big dude, at least when we're filming this. I mean, you know, Lord knows when this comes out. It's very, very cool. And, you know, like women's WWE and there's like A&E, you know, like other wrestling ventures.
There's like wrestling everywhere. Like sometimes you don't even think about it. Like how popular wrestling is, particularly in Japan, is kind of insane. Like as much as like a lot of like, for example, anime will like reference like wrestling. There's like a really big like wrestling scene in Japan. It's really fascinating how like in a weird way it kind of influences some anime, and like there's a lot of times there's like the joke of like when someone will do, what is it, like a tombstone pile driver, or like the German suplex where they'll like lean over and smash someone into the ground, if you remember that from some of the shows we watched, where like they'll grab someone's body and then they'll go whoosh and then they'll like slam them into the ground behind them. That's like from wrestling. Legitimately it wouldn't work, but like in wrestling it's a whole like, you know, big thing.
It's such a fascinating sport.
I think the thing that makes it interesting is that it's not just a sport for competition and athletics, it's also a performance. Because that's the thing that like makes it, I think, if anything, kind of interesting. Is like, yeah, you could argue and say, oh, it's like the matches are kind of scripted and they're like done like this in a certain way, but it's kind of like essentially you're an acrobat. These are like giant bodybuilder acrobats.
Well, that's something I was trying to say earlier, is that I think with wrestling you need to have the physical ability. Again, this is why I go with like scripted over fake when using words to explain it. You need to still be physically fit. There's still times like when Snoop Dogg does it where it's just like, obviously, you know, the person who's losing to Snoop Dogg is kind of like, you know, doing a lot of the work to make it more believable.
Definitely.
Like,
and I'll be honest,
ass, like 60-year-old Snoop. There's the other part of it where you kind of need to be charismatic, be charming, be like fit as hell, and be a good actor. It's like you kind of need all of those, I feel, to like really establish yourself, and also, you know, of course, be in tremendous shape. It's very fascinating to me how all those pieces come together, and it's like I don't really watch it because it's just not for me, but I mean
I don't really watch wrestling either. Like, don't get me wrong, I find it fascinating, especially when like Super Eye Patch Wolf, the YouTuber I was talking about, I find it fascinating when he like really kind of sells me on why do people like it. The reason why I like watching kind of his content when he talks about wrestling, it's that passion he has for it. He can explain why do people like it. One thing I thought was really funny though, I was gonna bring up with Snoop Dogg, watching Snoop Dogg try to play Skyrim. He was playing like Skyrim, and he was like, he was really like fan. You know what's also really crazy? Like, I don't know if you've seen like the commercials with like the Grubhub Snoop Dogg thing. Like, that is like the most. I think I'm gonna be honest with you. That's probably one of the most cringy things I've seen. Like, legitimately, this is like so silly. This is like so like I would use the word cringe. I don't usually use the word cringe, but like
I definitely don't. I don't know if I can agree, just because like I love Snoop so much, because he's one of the few people where even if he sells out, it's just one of those things where he just has such a specific charm and like charisma, and I think it helps that he's like as legit as it gets with a lot of that shit, and like, you know, I mean, he was working with Tupac when he was still alive and all that stuff. The career trajectory and how long Snoop Dogg still like will get a charting single here and there eventually. It's so fascinating watching the way that he does stuff and how he'll still garner attention. He's just like super funny. I guess to just bring it back to the WWE thing, it's so funny watching him at like WrestleMania in 2024. Him just doing commentary over the fights.
I actually didn't know he had done anything with the WWE.
Yeah,
that's kind of. But I can see it, honestly. The one thing I was also going to say too was that with like, say something like UFC, these fighters who like they're actually better street fighters. The problem is like they don't really have charisma. They're not like actors. So like they're like, yeah, they can like fight well and like they can, you know, maybe like act tough and stuff, but you ask them like, okay, I want you to play this role, I want you to like, you know, I don't know a lot about wrestling, like John Cena, play like the character John Cena, like that he plays on WWE. It's not just is he doing like the acrobatics and like doing like the performance and like the wrestling, but he's also like acting that part. Because I believe John Cena, he wasn't a heel, because I know like in wrestling, like heels are like kind of the bad guys, and then I believe he was. I think he might have, but I know generally I think he was kind of like, I don't know if they're called like heroes, but like
just
more,
like the guy more
like the guy you're supposed to root for, like, oh yeah, this is the good guy. These WWE wrestlers, they're like backflipping, they're like jumping off the stage, they're like flying into tables.
It's got to be a very taxing.
And I think what's even more crazy, when something bad does happen, there was this little special about this like doctor going over injuries in WWE.
That's what I was gonna say earlier. I think someone died.
I believe it was Brock Lesnar. Like he might be on it, but like he got like impaled like in the arm.
Yeah.
And it was like literally got stabbed.
Well,
like,
someone, I forget who it is, and you know, obviously like rest in peace to them, but there was a moment at one point where I forget if it was WWE specifically or not, but it was some wrestling event. The stunt went wrong, and he like fell essentially to his death. Awful.
Well, that's the thing
awful.
too. Is like it's dangerous.
It's very dangerous, dude.
And so like that's the thing. As much as people like make fun of wrestling and be like, oh my gosh, it's not like a real sport. These are just like it's all like fake
crazy.
and stuff. It's like yeah, but you're still like people can die. You can still get hurt really badly. You still have to perform the stunts to look, you know, believable. You can't just like run at each other and like slap each other and then be like, oh yeah, it's a good match. It's like you have to like sell the impact.
Yeah, it's,
you know, like pardon me, but like when like you get like the hit, you have to really like the you know, like that, like the hit, like it feels like oh you like slammed into him, not just like a oh
yeah, and
you're like,
you know, yeah.
Oh,
you're hitting me so hard.
Well, if I was watching like a porno that like happened to be like wrestling themed, then yes.
Dude, all right. I need to talk about this. It's bizarre to me. I don't know how much of a porn watcher you may be, but there's this brand of porn that will sometimes show up in the algorithm. I know it's weird to be talking about porn in a Lego game. I hope there are no children watching this far into the episode or into the
honestly
series.
This far into like the series,
yeah,
I would be surprised.
I would be too.
Probably don't bring up anything that's like super explicit, but
yeah, I mean for sure. Anyways, this is brand of porn.
Yeah,
it's called fight porn, I think, or something.
Like, so how does it work?
So, all right, for what it's worth, I'm just gonna leave this by saying it is like maybe the least attractive kind of porn. It's a thing where I don't like read the title. I'm like, this girl's cute, and then I watch it, and I'm like, I want to put my penis away now.
I'm gonna just ask you, is it almost like assault where it's like, oh, it's like fight porn, and then like someone's like beating her up, and it's oh, this is like...
Not really. It's this weird thing where you click on it, and it's like, you mentioned earlier that you did wrestling. You know that like gymnasium with the mat walls and that mat on the floor, like a blue mat and wall.
Yeah, so like that's like a wrestling ring.
Now imagine a man and a woman.
Yeah.
Completely naked.
Okay.
They're not like punching each other, but they're like wrestling.
They're grappling.
Yeah. And it's not like, oh, I'm fighting to put my penis in you. They're just wrestling completely naked, and then they start having sex. You get like two-thirds of the way through the video. I've skimmed it a couple times because I'm like,
are they like,
this girl's attractive and I want to see if I can
like
just get to the fucking.
Adversarial, or like, is it like,
there's no
and then they decide.
They're both like smiling the whole time and like having a good time. It's just bizarre to me.
Yeah, it sounds really bizarre to me. I agree with you because I know
that there's going to be a handful of our viewers that are looking up fight porn now.
No, I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to ask, these like porn actresses, so they're not like built, right? They're like they look like
can be,
or some of them they don't.
Like, neither of them seem like muscly.
Like they're not like bodybuilders. They're not like they don't like but they're.
I assume that exists.
Fit? Like, are you usually fit?
They're not sure. You know, I've never really seen it be that bizarre. It's I don't know how to explain it.
No, Andrew, I can imagine it in my mind.
Gonna have to watch some fight porn after this
episode. You're gonna like we're gonna have to watch some fight porn.
It's just this weird, like I don't get it. You know, I think that's a lot of it. Is that I just don't get it.
Andrew, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it wrong if I have a thing for Harley Quinn?
No. Dude, all right. Look, someone wants to do fight porn with Harley Quinn. I mean, for what it's worth, one, no. I think Harley Quinn is the most agreeable... What the fuck?
I think that's like the most... Honestly, I think that's the most, like, agreeable or, like...
no one's
like,
gonna...
expectable, that's...
No one's gonna... Especially, like, Margot Robbie, Harley Quinn. You gotta, like, really hate
She's the actress who played Barbie, right?
Yes, her too, yes.
Yeah.
She, What the fuck am I supposed to be doing? Sorry. I'm so confused.
Maybe try to hit her with your batarang.
I did. Like it... Either she misses it... Yeah, she's like clearly missing it.
Huh, like fight that is definitely like a porn that I can see it, but I've never thought about it. I've never been like, yes, this is
my
what I'm
algorithm
looking
gives
for.
me so much weird shit, and I don't have an account to be. You need like an account to be like, I'm not interested in this.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. See, I think this is the thing. There are some people I know, or like some people I can kind of. I don't know if like you're more like this, like watching porn more for just like, oh, this is like novel. I've never really thought of doing that.
Of doing porn.
Well, no, like
no.
Well, no, in the sense of like when I mean.
Like you watching
I mean, like
kind of
yeah,
porn
like you're not
like,
watching it for like okay.
I need like this is what I want
like
to live
I'm gonna
in.
be like quote unquote like masturbating or something. It's more like I've never
like
because
watching
there are some
porn
people
not in a sexual way.
Yeah, like there are some people like
No,
I
I
watch
get you.
porn and like they're just watching it. You know what I mean? I'm like
sometimes I've done that, and it's usually the porn that is like. I mean, I think we've talked about this on the show before, but the Gimme the Towel porno.
Well, that sounds like
that went viral.
Goofy.
That's what I'm saying. Like the goofy ones that go viral and that are fucking bizarre shit. Like those are the ones that usually have me the most curious and like, what the fuck are we doing with ourselves here? But no, I mean, there's also like brands of porn that I'll just see and be like, even if I get off to it, it's like I don't want to live this, you know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird shit in porn. And
Yeah,
I don't
no,
think it's a hot
definitely. It
take to
depends
say
on
that.
like especially with that like that fight porn. That's like definitely like.
That's the one that I always, whenever it randomly hits my algorithm, which I assume it will, because again, the phones are always listening. I assume I'll be seeing it when I open a designated.
So
porn
Andrew, would you
website.
say that that's the weirdest thing you've seen?
No,
Or what's
no,
the weird?
not even
What's
close.
weirder?
There's a porno of a man with a prosthetic second penis. It looks very real, and you.
What would you say is like the weirdest thing you've seen where it's like it's weird in a way where it's like I don't understand why? Because like I can understand that one, but like
I've spent more of my life active on the internet than you have, so quite frankly, I don't think I've ever seen a porn where I can't step outside myself and be like, I get why this is someone's thing. I don't think I've ever seen a porn where that's not the case. There's just plenty of types of porn, like fight porn, where it's just like, I don't like this. God, this sucks. I know I have to be cheesing this and doing the fight wrong somehow. This sucks.
maybe try to like go the opposite way.
I've tried so many different patterns. It's so tedious.
Well, you've gotten her
I'm an hour late from work and you're talking about porn?
Yes, John, you have an
We're talking about
alcoholic
wrestling first.
Well, kind of.
I'm an adult working man in America. Of course I'm drinking alcohol immediately after I get off of work.
Yeah, John, I've been kind of worried about your drinking habits. I need my drink.
Jesus, scared the shit out of me.
I know.
Sorry, I can't hear that. I'm too busy chugging your dad's alcohol.
Fair. Alright. John, what's the weirdest porno you've ever seen? Or at least kind of porn?
I'm not sure I want to say that to the internet.
I'm not saying that you've enjoyed, I'm just saying that you've seen it. Because I've talked about plenty of porn that I've seen that I think is just weird, but like... What the fuck? This sucks.
Can you not just hit her?
No, it's because every time you get near her, she moves. I don't super know how I've taken half the health away from her so far. Because she parries the batarang. You can't get like near her. Like what did I do to land punches? All right, cool. No, that's fair. That's a fair thing that happened.
Yeah, but if you worry about my drinking problem, you shouldn't see my fridge at home.
Okay, I somehow landed another punch on her. I swear to God, if I have to fight like 18 waves of these things before I realize I'm doing this wrong, I'm gonna be so mad.
I bought another foot-long cookie, John.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever had the Subway foot-long cookies. Those things are fucking good. They're so good, dude.
Good. Hang on, let me
I mean, there's the chair right there.
Well, we'll be done soon. We gotta finish this level.
I don't know how sturdy
we
that
gotta
is.
take down Harley Quinn. In the summer, there's gonna be an isekai that's coming out, and it's gonna be Harley Quinn and the Joker go into an isekai world. It's like a Dragon Quest world, but it's them.
like licensed them?
Yeah, like literally them from like Suicide Squad, but in the isekai.
Please tell me it's the live-action Suicide Squad and they're just superimposed.
So the studio that did Full Metal Alchemist is doing it.
Brotherhood or Full Metal Alchemist?
I am both.
The part of this that kills me is that I know I have to be doing something wrong, and I just don't know what I'm doing wrong. You can probably beat this boss in like 2 minutes, and it's been like 10. That's the part that's
Andrew,
killing me.
you've just been struggling through this game.
I thought this was a co-op
I feel
game.
like
A win is a win.
What are
You
you
just gotta get
doing,
those.
Fruit Tree? It's a co-op game.
It can be. We
Why
decided
aren't you
not
doing-
to.
Why not?
You know what? That's what you could probably do. Because if you were playing with a partner.
Flanker.
I feel like I'm so close and not remotely. Oh wait, I got
Oh,
her.
there you go. Yeah, that's what it
I got her.
was.
John.
31 minutes for this boss?
No, it's been the whole.
No, for the level.
You guys didn't know, but she was pregnant. That's why she's grabbing her.
John.
Well, we've already talked about fight porn.
And that was better than this.
Andrew's supporter of fight porn.
John, no.
You know, I think was the worst thing was me saying,
'cause-
guys, I think Harley Quinn's my type.
That's fair.
Really?
Well, I
I was
mean,
more making a joke.
I also.
you shouldn't. It's the most normal fucking thing ever to be attracted to Harley Quinn. That's just normal. That's just completely normal, especially like Suicide Squad Harley Quinn. You just have to hate women or not be attracted to women.
Harley Quinn's gay.
Well,
Next episode.
Wait, Harley
John
Quinn's
will
gay?
not. John will not be here.
canonically?
No.
yeah, no, she dates Poison Ivy.
Well, okay.
Well, it's a relationship. It may not be official, but
Well,
they totally fuck. They totally fuck.
Yeah.
Next episode.
I did hear you knock, but I was gonna send you a message saying like, oh, like.
We'll be down
I thought it'd be funny if I just bursted in.
I mean, it's not a classic LTG series. If you...
Honestly, we honestly broke into John's house, so.
That did come up on this series.
So this is kind of
Except
fair.
I wasn't home.